Oh, right. New vid and new destination. But it's not the nebula you can see in front of me. But I'm not going to bother with that one because it looks like another of the ones I've done far too many times already. So we'll start with a quick update on the stats. So systems visited up to 5,737. Total height to space distance is 178,804. So I've now done over 30,000 light years on this trip. Total height to space jumps of 10,546. And max distance from the start hasn't changed since I left Sagittarius A star, so it's still at 25,972. And the reason it hasn't changed is because I'm now on a course that's taking me roughly east-southeast of Sagittarius A star. So if we zoom out from where I am, so I'm here in Scheau, Prao, UU-O E6-2866, naturally. So that's where I am. If we have a look at where Sagittarius A star is, so yeah, it's not quite 2,000 light years away from where I am now. But I am going roughly this direction, and I am heading to a nebula, which is fuck knows how you pronounce that, Byoomeae XO-R E4-6788. You can see we've got to go down through the galactic plane quite a bit, but that's it. And as you can see, it's very pink, but then there's also some very definite blue areas there. So imagine something like Val Nebula West, but very much compacted. There's only one system within it, and it is a black hole, but as we saw at Great Annihilator, and of course it also happens at Merope, that doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be any planets we can land on. It does make it very unlikely, but not impossible. So I'm 1,898 light years away from there, so considering I started at Sagittarius A star, I'm about halfway. Now the other nebula that I may check out, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to bother with it, is Scheau Prao KW-W E1-6807. That's back this way. In fact, I'm only 1,050 away from it. Now it's quite small, quite faint, but it doesn't look too bad. In fact, because I'm only 1,050 away from it, fuck it, I will go there first, and I'll come back to that other one afterwards. I didn't realise I was that close to it actually. So let's see how far away I am. Alright. So I've got to go down through the plane quite a bit. So if I can get just close enough so that I can then set a direct course, that will be a handy start. So let's get about 100 light years or so closer to it. There we go, right, 110. Another class B star there. Alright. Plotting the route hasn't taken as long as I thought, but sometimes it does seem to take, you know, a stupid amount of time, considering that's only going to be about, what, 4 jumps? So, okay, right, so I'm on my way there. So, I shall be back probably when I get there. I can't see me doing a great deal between now and then. There hasn't been an awful lot happening. So, I will be back when there is something to come back to. Right, well, stats are as you can see. Systems visit up to 5,773. Total height space distance 179,871. Total height space jumps 10,582. They are the only changes at all. And there is our next destination, which is the Scheau Prao KW-W E1-6807, which is the system within the nebula that you can see there. So let's go and have a look. Now, aside from the black hole, I'm not 100% sure what's in here. I don't know if it's this one or that Byoomeae nebula that Commander Mono said he actually visited. One he visited, one he made a note of but didn't actually go there. Either way, the black hole is almost certainly going to be the central star when we emerge. Indeed it is. There we go. Now, at the moment from inside, this kind of reminds me of the Spirograph Nebula. Again, lots of distortion can be seen thanks to the amount of stars around. The colour is very reminiscent of the Spirograph Nebula, which I did a long time ago. Now, if this is the one that Commander Mono visited, then it should be, yep, there we go. He is the one to have discovered that nebula. But yeah, he didn't bother with either of the brown dwarf stars. Not entirely sure why. They're not that far from each other. They're not that far away from where I am either. So, well, we may as well scan them, and then we'll come back and check out the black hole in a sec. I can't imagine it'll take too long to scan these. Nice colour within the nebula here, does look good. Unfortunately no planets, but oh well. I was hoping I would have started to scan these by now. And you may have noticed that my heat sinks have gone down. I'm down to only 2. I have used 2, though I didn't need to use any of them. They were both used because I stupidly accidentally left clicked when they were set to the primary fire. Needless to say, they are not set to that anymore. So after wasting half of them, I can at least save the last 2 for moments when I really need them. Thankfully, I have not had such moments yet. Right, so that's that brown dwarf done. Now the second. The black hole, I think, yeah, is up there. So I'm going to take a closer look at that in a bit. Just finish scanning this thing. Doesn't look like this black hole is particularly large. Well, it's certainly not as large as the last one I scanned. Well, colour-wise, the nebula is fine, but I do wish there was a bit more in here. The thing is, I have a feeling that the Byoomeae nebula is going to be the same. You know, it looks great as far as the colours go, but there isn't going to be a lot in there. The main star is a black hole in that nebula as well, so yeah, I think it's going to be more of the same. Which is a shame, but no, can't have really. Right, so that's everything in here scanned. Well, like I say, the colour looks nice. There really isn't a great deal here. But it's not the worst nebula I've been to by any stretch. But the thing is, because it's so small, and therefore this is the only system within it, it's not like I can go somewhere else and see if I can find a planet to land on there either. How close can we get to this one? It does seem quite small, so I think we can get pretty bloody close to it actually. this smallest thing. Okay, now we're starting to see a bit more. Rightly so we should, into the kilometres now as far as the distance goes. Inside the distortion field now because I can't actually see where it is. I'm having a hell of a time catching up with it. I'll tell you what, let's move a bit further away and then come back again. Yeah, the distortion field is very small. Now I've been told to listen out to black holes when flying in normal space or normal flight mode. I can't hear fuck all though. So body exclusion zone, 23.7 kilometres. That's a lot smaller than it was the last time I hit that, which was when I was in Sgr A Nebula, and it was 100 kilometres. He was also a lot higher as well. So we're going to get into the escape vector and get out of here.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
He went up a bit, but it was never any real danger. Okay, well there you go, that's the Scheau Prao KW-W E4-6887 Nebula. Not bad I suppose, but I have seen better. So that then means that our next destination is E4-6788, which is over here. How far away is it? 1,528. Well, that's not too bad. I can't quite do it in one go, but I'm not too far from being able to set a course for it. So if I move about 700 or so, that'll give me a chance to definitely lay a direct course next time I log in. And then when I've been to this one, it's a case of just heading north and not really doing a whole hell of a lot else. A bit further. 735 sounds good. See, the plotting the course isn't taking anything as long as I was told. Either Frontier Developments have sorted it out, which I find unlikely, or it is down to processor power. Anyway, there you go, that's that nebula done. I'll be back when we get to the next one, which will no doubt be in another video. So yeah, back when there is something to come back to, and in the meantime, go away. Right, an unexpected addition. I had no idea that this nebula was here, but I think when Mono was sharing these two other ones, I'm sure he did mention that there was some others in the area that he spotted, but he couldn't remember. This must be one of them. So this is Byoomeae XO-R E4-6788. Now again, it's another small nebula. Again, it's blue, and again the main star is a black hole.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I suspect there isn't going to be a great deal in here, but well, let's take a look. It'd be great if there was a planet here. But, I mean, the presence of a black hole is unlikely. Right, so the black hole is dead ahead. I love that blue colour. Objects, one of them is a planet. The colour of the black hole, well rather the colour of the nebula is superb. That looks fucking good. So let's have a look and see what's in here. Okay, well it's not Mono who's found this place already, but well, Chaos 69, who I already detest because he's chosen such a moronic fucking name, because I can guarantee he was not born in 1969. That's why he didn't choose that. That's why, you know, that's not why he chose that name. But the planet, we can't land on it, which is a bit of a pisser, but oh well. I think this would have looked like quite something from a planet service. I mean, here, Jesus Christ, it's fucking bright enough as it is. I might as well scan everything in here. Well, I think I may as well. Yeah, 5,000 is the furthest. That's no problem. So we can go from the very bright coloured earlier to this very strong but quite dark blue here. I do really like the colours within this nebula. It's certainly more impressive than the last nebula anyway. Come on, surely I'm in range for it, yeah. things left to scan. One of them's a star, so surely, even though I wasn't in range earlier, I must be in range now. That must be the planet. I think I will do is put a single video together with these two nebulae and the next one that comes along. This is the 6th nebula that I've encountered on this trip, which makes this trip the equal highest in terms of number of nebulae that I've explored. The same exploration trip, which isn't all that impressive when you consider that I covered a hell of a lot more distance on this one than I did on the other. The other one is obviously the Crab Nebula run, where I encountered 6 nebulae there. It's hard to imagine that I've covered, how far? So I've covered nearly 32,000 light years, and this is only the 6th nebula that I've entered. So that's not so good. But yeah, I do like the colour scheme of this one. It looks fucking great, despite the fact that you can quite clearly see the join where it goes from the light to dark. I wonder, it could be that it's because this is on the side where, if we were outside the nebula, all this region is the sort of light beigey colour. All this region looks black because that band that's running around there, that's all the core region stars and that. So, well, that could be it, but nevertheless, it still makes the nebula look pretty good. What I want to try and do is see how the distortion goes when I'm taking the black hole from light to dark. Don't look too bad, mind you. It would have looked better if I hadn't gone a bit too quickly. I could have seen it a bit more gradually. Let's see if we can send it back round. the fun you can have with black holes, eh? Ah, there you go. Right, well, that's enough of this nebula, I think. So that is the Byoomeae XO-R E4-6788 nebula, which I was not expecting to find. Unfortunately, no firsts again. So now I've got to just hope that the other Byoomeae nebula that I will eventually get to XO-R E4-6788, and I'm still over 1,000 light years away, but only a few jumps before I can actually lay a direct course for it. Don't know if that would be quite enough. Oh, come on. 135, oh, that might do it. Right, well, that'll do for now. So that's this part of the video done. I'll be back when there is something to come back to. Right, unexpected addition. I was told that this region has quite a few black holes in it, and I'm starting to find out exactly what they meant. Because guess what's in this system that I'm now jumping to? I haven't exactly made a lot of progress towards that third nebula yet, but I figured this is worth making a bit of a diversion for. Alright, well, there it is. We're fairly close to it. Yeah, there's plenty of other things in this system. So I think we are now getting quite used to seeing this, distortion. I'm sure you don't need me to dwell on it for as long as I usually do. Just see how it looks as it goes through the plane there into the dark area. Alright, let's take a look at the system map and see what these other objects are. Well, this is another first, so well, I'll take that. Those two are likely to be some distance away, mind you. That looks like a type B, or a class B, yeah. So I can scan that from quite a way away. These old Tauris, they're all a fair old distance away though. Fuck it, I may as well scan this system. Those other two stars, they can fuck off. I'm not travelling 261,000. Bad enough doing this bit. Now, where the fuck is the black hole? Oh well, if I fly into it, I'll know about it. Looks like I'm safe. Right, well, I shall be back when I finish scanning this system. So, yeah, back when that's done. Right, that's, well, not quite the whole system done. I didn't bother with these two moons because they're just going to be icy bodies, and I'm not bothering with those two stars that are 258,000 away. So, we'll jump to the next system, which has another black hole in it. So yeah, well, let's see how this one is. This one has a F
Frameshift drive
designation.
charging.
So I'm not sure there's going to be too much else in here other than the black hole. Well, we'll soon find out.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Black hole looks small. Yeah, it is. Well, there's 3 things in here. We'll let that pass by. In the meantime, let's check the system map for this one. Yeah, I had a feeling this would be another first. It's rather unlikely that somebody would have scanned this one and then missed the other system that's right next to it. So that means I've now got 3 black hole firsts. I'll certainly take that. Right, I will be back when there is something to come back to, and this time I am pretty sure that will be when I'm at the nebula, because I'm sure you don't need me telling you whenever I scan every single fucking black hole, because by the looks of it there are quite a few around here. So yeah, back when there is something to come back to. Okay, another impromptu video. I don't know if this recording is going to work because I haven't reset the computer for a bit. That's usually a sign that Shadow Play will fuck up, but this is a system which has 2 black holes in it, possibly a third. I haven't checked what the third one is. Let's take a look while we're scanning that. Okay, so the third is a neutron star. This is a system that has the potential to create an extremely large black hole. So the neutron star is over here, and these are all firsts. I'll certainly take some of that. There you go, that's the first black hole. That's where I arrived in the system. The second one was pretty close, so yep, this one's quite the valuable one. Now I haven't made a great deal of progress towards that nebula. As you can see, my stats haven't changed a great deal. Total height space distance of 180,691 and total height space jumps to 10,613. So systems visited is up to 5,804. Well, that's not gone up very much compared to well, when I was at the last nebula. This is the 4th system I've stopped at that has black holes, or the 4th system since that nebula. This is the first one that has 2 black holes in the same system. And I think this is the first system I've been to that has 2 black holes and a neutron star in it. And the fact that they are all firsts means I'm more than happy with that. I do really need to get a bit of a move on. I want to get to that nebula so that then I can start my journey northwards. I have finally made a decision on what I'm going to be doing as far as the exploration goes, the next part of this whole trip, there's one of two targets. I'll either reach 57,000 light years or 7,000 systems visited. Whichever one of those two happens first, that will then be the point where I turn around and start heading back. So I've still got quite a way to go on this trip, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Now, something else I've noticed, although I've not had the chance to capture it on video yet, as well as black holes and neutron stars having lens effect, lensing distortion around them, I think I found another type of star that does, and it's quite surprising, and that is young Tauri stars, the kind that are just like the white featureless ones. So what I may do is, the next time I'm in a system and I find some, they need to be a fair distance away for you to see it, but hopefully I'll be able to capture it on video and we'll see if that is the case. But it certainly looked like it to me. Now, it's very faint, nothing like the amount of lensing that you get around a neutron star, let alone around a black hole, but I'm pretty sure I saw some. Still got quite some distance to go before we can scan this neutron star, but thankfully that will be the entire system scanned. But despite only having 3 objects in it, the fact that it is 2 black holes and a neutron star, and that they're all firsts, means that this system can be, well, there's no can about it, it will be quite a lucrative one. So this is certainly a system worth making a note of if you're heading this far towards the galactic core. At last. You can never judge how close you are to a neutron star just from looking dead ahead, because it's going to be that small no matter what. There we go. Right, so that is that system done. Just take another look at the old system map. So, 1, 2 black holes, neutron star, all firsts, all mine. I'll have some of that. So that first black hole is certainly a damn sight larger than the second. Right, back when there is something to come back to. Right, back again. And I haven't made a great deal of progress since the last video again, but there we have 2 more neutron stars that I've checked out. I'm in this system here, which is an extremely unusual system for one that has a neutron star, but this next one has that halo effect around it. There you can see it. So I want to check out what that's all about. Now I have a horrible feeling that the shadow play will fuck up this time. But this is, I mean, it's almost like a very tiny nebula, but I'm not going to say it is a nebula. Now last time I saw a system like this with a black hole, and this time I do know there is a black hole in it, it has 3 of them, and this has a G designation. The last G designation system I went to had 2 black holes in it. So who knows what this one's got in here, but I'm optimistic. So the first one's dead ahead. So it's not the largest one I've ever seen. There's certainly other stuff in here. 4. They're all a fair distance away. Difficult to see if there is a black hole among them. So here goes that one. Right, let's see what we have on the system map. 2 neutron stars along with the black hole. I might as well scan everything in this system. Well, it's good. It's not as good as I thought it would be, but can't, you know, say it's not worth coming here. Right, well, I'll scan this lot, and who knows, maybe by the end of the year I might actually get to this nebula that I'm trying to reach. Right, well, you know the drill, back when there's something to come back to. Another short vid. I came across another Herbig AE/BE star. I'm not actually sure if this is a first. Yes, it is. Fuck it, I will go and check out the gas giant. It's a bit of a trek, but there you go. So that's the second of those things that I've come across on this trip. Third one I found in total. So I've actually found fewer of those than I have of black holes and neutron stars. I think on this trip so far, if I was to total all of the black holes and neutron stars together, I must be getting close to 3 figures if I haven't already reached it. So I'm certainly doing okay there. Right, yeah, back when there's something to come back to. I'm not going to say it'll be at the nebula anymore, because I have a feeling something else is going to crop up. But either way, yeah, you know the drill. Right, so final clip for this video. I've even rebooted the computer because I thought I'd be pushing my luck, trying to do another recording with how unreliable shadow play is. I'm amazed the last 2 clips worked. Anyway, as you can see, the nebula is right in front of us, 15.3 light years away, and you can also see that the star field is back to being extremely dense once more. Now all I'm hoping is that the black hole is dead centre and we get a nice combination of the pink one side and the dark blue on the other. So let's check it out. What would be really great is if there was a planet we can land on in there, but that I think is hoping for a bit too much.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now this is the second of the 2 nebulae that Commander Mono gave me, and this one he didn't actually explore it himself, he just made a note of it. So I am certainly indebted to him for sharing this one when he hasn't even checked it out himself. There's plenty of objects in here. Right, well, that's the black hole scanned. I guess we do our usual thing of watching the star field, but I'm much more interested firstly in the colours of the nebula, and secondly, whoops, we're about to head back to the black hole. I guess it's best to get away from any kind of light source. But let's check out this system map, because there are a lot of bodies here. And there are places we can land. Fucking hell. Well, these three look like being the best because they're the other side of a Class A blue-white. So they're the place that I can land. I mean, I will scan the whole of this system, but this is where we're going to head to first. So we can see what this place is like from the surface of a planet. Yeah, what I forgot to do, actually I forgot to do a couple of things. Firstly, I don't believe it. Okay, I'm the first to scan this fucking nebula. Okay, well I'll definitely take that. In that case I definitely owe Mono. And secondly, let's scan this planet and then let's fucking land on it. Surely we can get some great scenes here, because some nice colour variations. We can't see it very well because of the light from that Class A star there, but I'm choosing this planet because it's the closest to the star, and therefore the star will illuminate the nebula the most. So scan this. I mean, I've scanned so many black holes that, you know, I just wasn't that fussed about the black hole as the main star, especially not now that I found that we can land on a planet in here. Aim for the dark side, obviously. Some nice colour variations on the planet's surface. Greens and blues. Just wait for the ambient light to take over. Here we go. Oh, I've got some great dark blue there. The pink is just starting to show through there.
Orbital flight engaged.
This is definitely a fucking blinding nebula to come and check out. Okay, yes, it is a long way to go, but it's fucking worth it. Of course, this will be the first time I've landed anywhere for fucking ages. I think I was in the Lagoon Nebula last time I landed. full pause there as we went into glide. Right, well, the place looks as good as anywhere to land. Get your landing gear down and head down.
Landing gear deployed.
Gravity 0.61, that's fine. Of course that will go up as we get nearer to the surface, but it won't go up a tremendous amount. Maybe I should have paid more attention to how far from the surface I was. Looks like we're going to land fairly close to a... it's telling me to slow down, but I'm coming down a bit faster. Right. So none of this terrain's any good to me. Well, that's saying it's alright. And we're back to the usual routine. I've got my finger welded to the ground, but no, doesn't want to fucking know. Could do with finding somewhere a bit smoother. Saying alignment's okay, let's give this another go. Doesn't look very promising. There you go. Right. Choose one that's in full working order, or full fuel anyway. Off we go. No shortage of contacts. Turn the lights off, we'll just use the ambient light. Big old signal over here. But look at that sky, that's just ridiculous. No idea what that signal is up ahead, but it's fucking big. The only trouble is it's that dolphin clicky one, and that's never very promising. Terrain is extremely bumpy. Whoa. Okay. Looks like we're in the side of some like crater or something. should have found somewhere a little easier to traverse. Well, there's the first outcrop. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, things just, yeah. That was not what I planned to do, but I'll take it. Do a bit of a 3-point turn by it. Right, let's try again. I don't want to be selecting my ship either, for fuck's sake. After all that, it's a load of fuck all. Sulfur, carbon and iron. What a load of shite. Okay, alright, this looks like slightly more promising this way. There's no doubt about it, the ambient light here is just amazing. Well, what I can't get over is the fact though that nobody else has come here. I say obviously Mono has found it because he was the one who told me of the nebula's whereabouts. Right, chromium, manganese, nickel, carbon. So, more shite. What I could really do with is finding somewhere a little easier to traverse. What I'm going to do is head back to the ship and we'll see if we can find somewhere a bit smoother, a bit easier to get around. And maybe find somewhere where the we can see the pink colour of the nebula a little clearer. And the dark blue looks great, no doubt about it, but I'd like to see both colours. Right, can I fit in this way? Yeah. Okay, let's get aboard. See if we can find somewhere a little smoother and a bit more in the direction of that pink sky there. Okay, well let's get out of the
Frameshift drive charging.
this is probably not a very good idea because I've got to align with the trajectory. Yeah, there we go.
Engage.
Now, of course, because I'm now launching from the surface of a planet, the engine sounds in Super Cruise are all fucking shite. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's go to a different planet. Got, you know, a few more we can choose from. So we're here, so let's take a look at this one. $144 light seconds away, and it's right behind us. What about this one? That's definitely not one that's worth going to. Well, I can't see much of the nebula now because of course there's way too much light coming from the sun there, or the star, the A class. But once we land on the dark side of this planet, that'll be a whole different matter. Seeing this video is going to be a bit longer than I planned. But I guess technically I'm the first person to explore this nebula, so I'm going to indulge myself. Well, I know it's high metal content, so... Another multicoloured surface. So, what do we have here? I guess it's probably a good idea to keep keep the eyes ahead of me, you know, rather than looking around at the moment. This place doesn't exactly look like a fucking billiard table either, but we'll have a go. I realise that heading towards canyons is probably not the best idea when it comes to trying to find somewhere smoothish, but we'll see what happens anyway. I have to say that this could well be the best nebula I've checked out. We've got some great colours in the sky, it has a black hole in it, has planets we can land on, so we get a really good look at the nebula. You know, it's got everything. I'm about to be interrupted again. Right, let's try this area. It don't look too bad from up here, mind you. That's not saying an awful lot.
Landing gear deployed.
That looks better. Coming in a bit hard again. I think I'm alright, yeah. Gravity is a little higher here, I mean a little. For a moment I thought it was going to be fucked up again. Right, off we go. Okay, so we got some pink area now, much more than before, and then the blue there, and we got a nice smooth area to ride around on. This is better. So you'll be glad to hear that there won't be too much more of me driving around in the SRB. Let's go and check out what's there. Well, I would say that this is definitely a nebula to check out, but you've got a hell of a journey ahead of you to get here. So what I would actually suggest is see if this nebula template is being used somewhere else nearer the populated zone and check that one out. Although of course you won't have the incredibly dense star field, which really does help make it look you know, pretty good. Right, what we got? Nickel, sulfur, and I can't see what that one is. Sulfur. So the usual crop of fuck all. I mean, yeah, just look at those colours. I mean, they do look pretty fucking good. Let's just get closer to the ship. I know it's boring watching somebody take screenshots. I can't stand it, but I want to get some screenshots of this. Alright, let's have a look. I mean, that don't look bad, you know. Alright, we'll take a picture of that. I think that's as good as I'm going to get there. Okay, we'll try that. Right, well, as I say, I'm not going to bore you with taking screenshots. So that's, well, I mean, I think I've shown you as much of the nebula here as is worth seeing. I think you have to agree this is definitely a nebula worth checking out. It looks fantastic. So that is the Byoomeae XO-R E4-6788 nebula. And that's definitely the best of the three that I've visited since I left Sagittarius A*. It's also the 7th nebula I've visited on this trip, which means that at long last this trip is the one where I have visited the most nebula of all. And yeah, it just looks great. It's absolutely worth coming to visit. So now it's a case of where do I go from here. Well, obviously I go due north, and that means that I will be heading into regions that not only I've never seen before, but regions that I don't think any other player that I know has seen before. I only know 3 people who've gone to Sagittarius A* to begin with. Mono, Alpha November and Ripperjack. But Ripperjack came back to the populated zone after he reached Sagittarius A*. Admittedly, he did take a very scenic route, but he was just heading back south. Mono, I think he headed due east rather than just going straight north and carrying on that way. And Alpha November, I'm not actually sure what he did after reaching Sagittarius A*. I think he carried on going, but I don't think he went north either. I think he went either east or west. So, oh, I've got some metallic meteorites up ahead. Okay, we'll check these lot out, and then that definitely will be it for this video. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know any players from my little circle, if you must call it that, who did carry on going north, so it will be completely new to me. Nobody will be able to give me any suggestions as to where to go, well, apart from the usual suggestions when people tell me where to go. And yeah, I'm going to be stumbling around rather blindly, but then that's really part of the whole idea of doing exploration. So you could say this is the part that this trip was leading up to. This is what this trip's all about, and I would agree with that completely. Alright, it's only an outcrop, so I'm not all that confident. Chromium, iron and phosphorus. Well, that was fucking shite. And it looks like my ship's buggered off as well, so I'm going to have to call that in when I'm about to leave. Right, well, there you are. That's this video done then, and I will be back when I find something due north, or if I reach another milestone or something. And in the meantime, you guessed it, this is Commander Lucosa saying, go away.